What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte, Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, and the WBC. Get this, Tyson Fury will be tested ahead of the Dillian Whyte fight, and it's confirmed that the WBC champion will be made available to the UK anti-doping officials. Tyson Fury, of course, we know will defend his title against Dillian Whyte. Fury will be tested to the UK anti-doping test ahead of the world fight. There has been confusion over whether Ukad would also have access to Fury, but Tyson Fury will be subjected to the UK anti-doping test ahead of the world title fight with Dillian Whyte. That is in danger of being overtaken by furious roles behind the scenes. Whyte's lawyer, Jeffrey Benz, this week asked the British Boxing Board of Control for urgent clarity on whether the WBC heavyweight champion Fury will be tested by Ukad ahead of the April 23rd fight. Both sides have signed up to test from the VADA Association, okay, which is the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. But there has been confusion over whether Ukad would also have access to Fury, as he will not be fighting with a British license. The BBBFC have now confirmed to Sportsmail that Fury, who operates with Nevada license, has this week satisfied their criteria to be granted permit to box as an international fighter at Wembley, which means he will be available to UKAD officials throughout the remainder of the buildup. BBBFC General Secretary Robert Smith said he is subject to every rule we have, including around anti-doping, which is the same as Mr. Whyte. UKAD's involvement will come amid an investigation they are conducting into claims around Fury that Sportsmail understands is ongoing. It follows the interview with the Mall on Sunday, March 2020, in which Lancashire farmer Martin Carefoot claimed that he was offered £25,000 by a member of Fury's team in 2017 to provide false alibi for a failed drug test for nandrolone by the fighter in 2015. Carefoot later refused to assist the investigation, and Fury's team has rubbished the farmer's initial claims, but UKAD are still continuing to investigate. Fury and Whyte have both previously served anti-doping suspensions. In calling for clarity around testing, Benz told Sportsmail, ultimately, this is an athletic contest, and it's important for the integrity of the sport and the match that both athletes are on an even playing field. Okay, the acrimony behind the forthcoming fight is widespread, originating in Whyte's unhappiness with the 80-20 purse split in favor of Fury, who will earn in excess of £20 million, with Whyte pocketing about £6 million. One of Whyte's gripes concerns ticketing allegations, with Ben saying, "We have had no tickets for Dillian Whyte and his entourage. Dillian still doesn't have a ticket for his mom." The ticketing deck has been stacked in favor of Tyson Fury fans. Let me stop right there. This is interesting because, if anything, both sides would want to know who is testing. VADA is always testing. Both guys have had problems, okay, with the same shit, okay? Tyson Fury in 2015 or 16, I believe it was. It was either 15 or 16. It was 15. But it was weird. I explained. 15, and then Dillian Whyte in 19. And it was both by UKAD, not VADA. UKAD on both ends found something, right? Something that you either on Dillian Whyte, I can't remember. It was some type of discrepancy or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like the B sample, the A sample and all that, and the B sample came back clean and the A sample, something was wrong with it. I don't know if it was a misconduct in how they took or drew the urine or the blood. I don't know. I just know UKAD had some problems with Dillian Whyte. And they also, in Tyson Fury tested positive for cocaine and high levels of nandrolone, okay? But see, here's the thing. The nandrolone case, and this is me explaining, for everybody that would listen, they noticed high levels of nandrolone in his system in 15. And at the initial time, they told him, well, you got to do this, don't do this, don't do that, do this. Then later on, in 2016, a year later, they charged him with high levels of nandrolone, and they tested him again, and then he tested positive for cocaine. Okay, so those were two different times, and he was nowhere fit to fight Vladimir Klitschko for the agreed upon rematch, which Klitschko had a rematch clause in his contract, and he activated it. Well, Tyson Fury couldn't do anything because he was fat, drunk, high, okay? And he wasn't that guy to get in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko. He didn't get in the ring for a long time, from 16, 17, and he came back in 18. That's what happened. But it was all because of Ukad. Ukad decided to charge Tyson Fury. Okay, then Ukad found some bullshit with Dillian Whyte. So, you know, the thing is, what people want to see, like this guy, Mr. Benz, the lawyer of Dillian Whyte, they want to know what's going on with Tyson Fury because they're still after Tyson Fury. And I think that's the reason why he didn't want to apply for those damn license over there, because they're still under investigation. You know, and then, like, I have mixed feelings about that because I'm like, okay, why would you become content with fighting? You're from that place. Why would you want those? I guess he already had those licenses, so I guess it's just easier, loophole or whatever, you know. And but then if someone's investigating you, you know, I don't know. It's weird. It's real weird. You know, you're still under investigation over some shit that happened 7 years ago. So, you know, and then due to the Martin, because I mean, why would you be still investigating when Martin Carefoot said that I was a liar? You know what I mean? It was shitty. Now, you don't know which one he was lying about. Was he lying about I'm lying? Was he lying the second time? Or was he lying the first time? That's what you have to ask yourself. So it's kind of, it's strange. Now I can understand why Tyson Fury, or really if I'm Tyson Fury and I'm Fury's team, I would be concerned with UCAD because of the shitty way they do things. And they do some weird, shady stuff. Let's just be real. Look what they did to Eric Molina over there. They did that Eric Molina. They waited and they told this man, and he's not even from there, that he can't fight or he can't train or he can't do anything in the state of California. And I'm like, okay, what's going on with this? So UCAD, you know, they do some kind of weird stuff at times, you know. So, and then if I'm Dillian Whyte, I would be concerned because if they screwed up my A sample, I would be looking at them side-eyeing myself. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But the important thing about this is they're both getting tested by VADA and UCAD. Okay, so it's not one's getting one treatment and the other one's not, because Dillian Whyte should be concerned about that. That's why he has his lawyer on each and every issue that they have an issue with. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury to be tested by UCAD and VADA. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.